How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another quick beginner Java level project. So for this project, again, I like to reiterate for every project I do, this this project is completely off the top of my head. I come up with a random idea, or maybe I say something online that inspires me. I'm like, you know what? I want to do this kind of project, and that's what we're going to do today. So I have no code prepared, nothing stored in my head or anything. I just kind of see it. I'm like, all right, let's go and do it real quick so you guys can follow along. Maybe if you're confused on some things or how some projects are built, especially since this is beginner aimed at beginners, you can kind of see how people might think about things. So without further ado, let's get right on to the video. So for this one, as you can see here, we want to do a random number guesser. All right, it looks like the recording cut out there for some reason. So let's get on to the requirements real quick. We need to generate a random number. We need to allow users to guess a number. Obviously, it's a random number guesser. Can't have a number guesser without being able to guess a number. Let them know how far off they are, and then allow a certain amount of guesses before fail. So we don't want them guessing forever, or you could, depending on how you want to do it. But for me personally, for this project, I'm going to give them 3 guesses, and that's going to be that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's run this to make sure that it works. Hello world, cool. And then also I changed the text font size and everything from the last video I did. So if you guys want to give me, feedback on that, that'd be great. Whatever works best for y'all would be cool. So okay, so it works. So let's do this. Let's get a new Java class. Just like I separate everything out. And then let's do I don't know, number guesser, I guess. And then here we can go into our thing. We can do constructor. We don't really need anything in here. From here, let's see. I want to kind of do something interesting a little here. And we can do a string of, let's do difficulty. So, and then we need to make this private as well. And then here we can do a public set, public void set difficulty, and let that auto generate that for us. And then, so this is gonna set our, what to do? Okay, so what basically this difficulty is gonna do is we're gonna be able to set it between levels 1, 2, or 3, 1 being easy, 2 being medium, 3 being hard. Or we're gonna do easy, medium, hard. Let's do, let's do difficulty. Let's make it an int actually. And then comments. Levels are 1 through 3. 1 being easy. Do something like that. And then let's do another thing with a private int number to guess. And then let's do a do we want it to be public? Sure, we can. Public void generates number to guess. We won't take any parameters here, and then here we'll do number to guess equals let's do random. That's all right. Hello. I don't know what's going on the recording. It's the second time it's cut out. Okay, so random dots. No, I don't think that's how you do it. I'm pretty sure random and then call it random equals new random, I think. I think that's how it's done. And then number to guess equals, we don't want to access the actual object itself. We want to do next int, but actually now that I'm thinking about it, we want a range. So based on our difficulty level, we want to set the thing. So let's do this. If difficulty equals 1, and then we can do a else if. So we can do else if, or we're gonna do a switch statement. I don't really like switches. I just prefer else ifs. That's just my personal thing. Do this, and then we want to do else if difficulty equals 3, and then we need to do an else just in case it's none of those. Yeah, you have an empty body. I know. And then let's do this, and then we can do a range between 0 to whatever number we set. So I think the number we want to set is, what's a good range for difficulty equal to 1? 1 to 5, maybe? Let's do 1 to 5. So we'll do 5, then plus 1, because this next int will generate a number between 0 and 5, I think. Or 0 and 4. So I want to increment it by 1, so it's now 1 to 5. And then here we can do pretty much the same thing, except we'll do 1 to 10, and then same thing, 1 to 20. Let's really up the ante here. And then I don't know what that's doing there. And then let's do private. Well, I guess difficulty could also go on number of guesses as well. Okay. Yes. And then we can print out here, if you didn't specify one of the ones we wanted, we could say, you know, hey, actually, you know what? Let's not do this here. We need to read the user inputs as well. So we need to do public void read inputs. Or let's not read input, that's probably a bad one. Let's do, what would be the best way to put this? Parse input. Take a string as our input. From here, so we'll basically go back to, let's go back to our main class real quick, and let's close this. So here we can do a, what was it? Number guesser equals new number guesser. So we initialize it here, and then we're gonna do a while true loop, another cardinal sin, like I always love to commit. So number guesser, and then let's do public. If I could type, that'd be great. Print welcome text. Even though it's really not necessary to have it in here, I just want to encapsulate it. So we can print out welcome to the number guesser game, I guess. And then we can also print out, let's do, oh, I gotta put in a string. Please input a number from 1 to 3. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's 1 to 3 to set difficulty 1 being the easiest. Let's do that. Now let's actually get that out of here. And let's do public void print instructions. Let's put that in here. And then here we can do number guesser dot print welcome text. Get that in a new line, and then here we can do number guesser dot print instructions. Okay. And then for our instructions, we're gonna want a reader here. I think it's buffered reader equals new buffered reader, which needs a new input stream reader, which is system.in, I think. Pretty sure. I feel like I should know this by now. I do it in enough projects. I think I can remember it. Okay, so that's our reader. And then we want to do number guesser dot parse input reader dot readline. I think that's how that could work. So we need to add an exception to that. Okay. So then let's go into here. And then actually, let's do this. We'll see why in just a moment. And we will catch an exception, which means we don't really need this here anymore. Get a space between that. And then let's see, parse inputs also throws exception. Throws exception. Here we will parse our inputs, and you'll see why I'm doing that in just a second, because we want to make sure we're inputting an actual number and all that, and a number between 1 and 3 as well. So parse inputs, we're going to try, but first we need a, not a local to try, we need a int of wanted difficulty, I guess. So here we can do wanted difficulty equals integer dot parse int of inputs. So from there we can catch our exception, and from that we can do sout that's not a number, because it's not going to be a number if integer cannot parse it. Okay, so we've initialized one difficulty here, and then we can do if wanted difficulty greater than 0 and wanted difficulty less than, oh, I did that, less than 4. Okay. We'll just initialize it to 0 then if you're gonna yell at me, because there's no way, even though there's no way for the code to get here without failing. Ooh, there is no way for it to do that. Let's do throw exception, because yeah, we do want to break it off. So we can throw the exception here if wanted difficulty is less or greater than 0 and less than 4, meaning we don't want anything from 0 and below, so no negative numbers. We want nothing above 3, so we're checking to make sure it's between 1 and 3 here. So let's see. We want to inverse this, or what do we want to do here? So if it's there, then we do that, then we can do an else here if we want, and just print out that wasn't one of the valid difficulty levels. And then here we can set our this dot difficulty if we want. let's do set difficulty with 1 difficulty. Let's just do that because it's technically better. Not technically better, it is better to do it that way. So we set our difficulty with 1 difficulty, and then we can do that, and we can just do, let's do print just to confirm to them. Difficulty is set to the NLG plus here, 1 in difficulty plus. That's actually hard. I was gonna do like first, second, third, but then you gotta take into account which number, and that's just more work that I want to do right now. Set to, let's do difficulty level, and then we can just do plus here, 1 to difficulty. And then we can do a public void get difficulty. Are you gonna autocomplete for me? Or not, it's not void. I'm stupid. It's not auto-completing. Will autocomplete now? It will. Why am I typing like this? Return this dot difficulty. Okay. So we could do the get difficulty here, but I'm just not going to. So from here we can do, I don't even need the get difficulty if I'm being honest. I'm just being extra at this point. There's no point in having it because we're gonna directly reference this stuff. So generate number to guess. So if we come here, so we are in the back in our main class. Let's do this. Let's do a continue. It's yelling at me or grayed out because it's the last statement in this loop, but it won't be for long. So we just do number guesser dot generate number to guess, and then from here we can do, after let's print out here, number has been generated. Good luck. So let's actually move this to here so they know. And then say we do 1 to 5. And then let's actually copy this. Come here. What do we say? 1 to 10. And then 1 to 20. And then let's do, you have, so for difficulty number 3, how many guesses do we want to give them? We could give, let's see. Do this, and let's do private int number of guesses as well. So let's say you have, for, let's say the hardest difficulty, let's say you have 3 guesses. And then let's say for the easiest difficulty, you have 5. And for medium, let's say you have 4 guesses. So from here, we're also going to want to set our number of guesses equal to, what do I say, 5. And then let's just copy pasta this, and then change it to 4, and then change it to 3. I think that is a good number of stuff. Or I think it's fine for now. Okay, so from here, we're also going to want to public int get number of guesses, and then we want to return number of guesses. Yeah. So that should be fine, and then we're printing everything out in our here, so they know what's going on here. And then from there we can do a for loop for let's do int I equal to 0, I less than let's see, get number of guesses, and we'll just increment our for loop here. So let's see how we want to do that. Let's see, what do we want to do? Actually, let's do this to, oh, sorry. Let's do it this way, so that way I can do something I want to do. Actually, you know what? No. Let's do it the normal way. And then let's have a public void. We could do a Boolean here to see if I get the number right or not, but then that costs extra steps, other methods. Let's do parse guess, and then we'll do our string with our inputs. So from here, we want to do a, let's do throws exception here. And then we will do int guess. We don't want to initialize, we don't have to initialize that right now. And we can do a try again here with the same thing. We can do guess equals integer dot parse int, and then we'll do our input here, and then we will catch an exception, call the exception. From there we can do print out that's not a valid number to guess. Try again. So we won't deduct a guess from them, I guess. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna guess, and you know it. -3 points from Gryffindor. I don't know. So from here we can throw, or let's throw our exception here. And we want to actually also, let's do a private void decrease. No. We don't want to do that, actually. We don't need to do that. Now that I'm thinking about it. So if we do this, and then we do what is it? We need the number guesser dot parse guess of reader dot readline. I think we need to just add this to the IO exception. So yeah, we just need to throw a normal exception. Okay. Well, actually, hold on. I'm gonna put this in a try statement. And then from here we can do that, and then we can catch the exception. Catch the exception. From here we can just do a continue, so we'll just continue in the for loop. And then we will go back to our parse guess. So this is where we're actually doing the guessing. And then if guess equals number to guess, we'll print out congrats, or congrats, you guessed the number correctly. And else we will do print out that's not the number. And then let's give them a little hint here. And let's say, oh, let's say you, let's do this. Int difference equals, is it math dot absolute value of, let's do, actually, no, let's do this. It's not that. It's math. I did that right. Absolute value of number to guess minus guess. So what this is going to do is so no matter what, our difference is always going to be the same. So let's say number to guess is 3 and we guessed 5. It's going to give us -2 here, but since we're taking the absolute value, we'll get just 2 back. So it makes more sense to the user. Likewise, if let's say number to guess is 5 and guess is 3, we'll get 2 back and the absolute value will keep it at 2 anyway. That's not the number. You are, and let's do plus our difference, and then we'll do off. And then we'll take our, that's about it. Well, let's do that, and then I'm thinking for this, actually, I don't want to do it this way. Let's do another while loop. While number guesser dot get number of guesses is greater than 0, I guess. So we do that, and then we can do a private void decrease number of guesses, and we'll do number of guesses minus equals 1 there. Okay. And then here we can do the decrease number of guesses method here. So essentially what this is doing is we're going to take our, what do you call it, our number of guesses based on the, you know, the, I guess, difficulty we're setting. So if we have 4, we'll have 4 guesses, and then we'll go all the way down till we get 0. And then let's say, let's print out you have plus number of guesses remaining. No pressure. No pressure, just to really sit there and apply the pressure. Okay. So as is, this should actually work. As it is. And then let's see here. If number guesser dot get number of guesses equals, what am I doing? What am I in? Hit the wrong button. Equals, let's do a less than equals. Less than equals 0, just in case some weird thing happens. That means they lost. Else, we'll do print better luck next time. So we could print it here, or we could do a check in here. But that would be less efficient because then we have to check it every single time on top of the check we're already doing here. So I think it's more efficient to do it this way. Number guesser, so then else, we already know that we won. We don't really need an else statement here. And then we can do... We could put the number guesser in here, or the print instructions in here, which I think we will. Public, just keep everything kind of similar. Print continue text. And from here we can do printing, would you like to continue? Yes or no. From here we can do the number guesser dot do print continue text. Would you like to go again? Let's do it that way. I think that's better. And then we can do here, so let's do public Boolean wants to continue. And we'll take a string of input here. Like you see where this is going. And then we can do return. Let's see. Yes dot, no, dot equals ignore case input. And then here we can do if. Let's do inverse it. Do number guesser dot wants to continue reader dot readline. No, not that. We want this. So I guess we have to add the exception. I've been adding it and removing it for so long, but it must be added now. Okay. Then we want to break. Else we just keep going in this while loop. So I think that should be just about good. All right, let's run it and see if it works. Cross our fingers. Please input a number from 1 to 3 set difficulty. What if I say, oh, dog? That's not a number. Please input a number. What if I say 5? That's not correct. So at least we break out of it correctly. So if I said 5, that wasn't one of the valid difficulty levels. So it did catch it, but I didn't. So it did catch that it wasn't one of the valid difficulty levels, but I'm not handling that correctly. Let's see. So we're here at parse inputs, which is right here. So we're not throwing the exception. That's our problem. Throw new exception. So that was our problem. We weren't throwing the exception. So since we weren't throwing it, we weren't hitting this. Okay. Let's run it back up. And let's try 5 again. Okay, so now we got 2. Okay, so that's correctly working. So we set difficulty level to 2, so we're at medium difficulty. Difficulty is set to difficulty level 2. Number has been generated. Good luck. 1 to 10. You have 4 guesses. So let's just say I'm guessing 12. Let's just, this is wrong completely. But it says that's not the number. You are 3 off. And since I have 12, it can only be one number from here. It's 9. So I'm gonna, purposely not guess 9. 4, 2. I have 1 guess remaining. So you have 0 remaining. No pressure. Better luck next time. Would you like to continue? No. So I kind of also want to change that output as well. Let's see, which is where. Decrease number of guesses. And let's do if number of guesses equals 0, or doesn't equal 0, my bad. Doesn't equal 0, then we'll print it out. I don't want to print out you have 0 guesses and then print out you lose, because it's pretty obvious. Okay, so now we've done that, and then let's see, go again, and let's do a negative number. 1, that wasn't one of the valid difficulty levels. All right, so let's try 1. So difficulty level has been set to a level 1. Number's been generated. Good luck. 1 to 5. I have 5 guesses. Go right in the middle and say 3. I am 2 off, so it's either 1 or 5. I guessed the number correctly. Cool. So now we have another hanging error here. Let's see. Congrats. You can. So I got the number correctly. Let's see what's going on here. So if we parse guess, okay, I see the issue. I think here, if I just want to be quick and dirty, I could just throw an exception. No, I can't. I can't throw an exception. All right, we're changing this to Boolean. That's the quickest and cleanest way I can do it. If I'm gonna get rid of this. We're changing to if statements. We will break out of this loop. And then return true here. And we will let's see. Return false otherwise. So from here, we check our if statements. So if we do guess it correctly, break out of this while loop. Else, we'll again just continue. Actually, we don't even need to do that. Yeah, it was yelling correctly that time. So if we do guess it correctly, we'll break out. If not, we'll do that. So let's stop it and rerun it. Let's, for easy sake, go to 1. Let's go with 3. I'm 2 off, so again, 1 or 5. That's not the number. It was a number last time, right? I think 1 was a number last time. So 5. Congrats, we got the number correctly. Would you like to go again? Yes. Input a number. Let's test our. Okay, so everything's working correctly. Let's go with level 3. 1 to 20, I have 3 guesses. Let's go with the solid 10. So I'm 3 off, meaning it's either 13 or 7. So I'm kind of thinking, no, we don't need guesses, a lot of guesses. Or this, you're so many off is really too telling that I'm thinking about it, because it's impossible to lose, actually. Now that I think it's impossible to lose. But yeah, so that's our random number guesser. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. You can design it a little bit differently. I'm actually not so sure now that I've done this about I don't know how far off they are. Maybe storing it in a local variable, like, oh, the closest you were was so many off, I think is probably the better approach here. And then telling them that at the end. But yeah, that's this project. And yeah, like I said, like, comment, subscribe if you're still here. And then leave any comments about any questions you have, or maybe future videos that you want to see. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy coding.